What's going on, people? Welcome to another Emotion Football live stream. My name is Alam, and today we're going to talk about the divisional round of the playoffs. We're going to preview the matchups, and we're going to talk about John Harbaugh as well as the other coaching hires, or not hires, but interviews that have happened, because there's a lot to chat about. Hold on. There's 18 chats out here. Holy shit. Jared says, "Can I join you?" Yes, you can join us next week in Cancun. I'll have people hop on at the end. I'll just run through everything first and foremost. I don't want this to be a long stream. But yeah, I'll get through everything first, and then I'll have people join last. 30-6. It was rough, dude. It was rough. I think we might be able to join you the past beaters because we lost Nico Collins. Well, I saw the practice reports today. Christian Gonzalez practiced, but Nico Collins didn't. That'll be an important matchup to see if they can both play or if one plays but not the other. I wonder if King will show up. He'll be here at some point. He's not gonna. He wouldn't duck. And he said the Steelers were gonna win. Zach Taylor's the only. Yo, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. But yeah, football, man, football. But before we get into the coaching stuff, we're going to talk about the games. The first matchup happening on Saturday at 4 is Bills and Broncos. The Broncos are 1.5-point favorites at home, but that swung back and forth. So Vegas is a little bit confused about how they see this happening. But I think the Bills are going to win. I just realized. Get this out of the way. As if you've watched this channel before, you've seen me pull up this website. They just make these spider charts out of some basic stats. Point being here, the Bills have easily the better offense. Broncos have easily the better defense. So that kind of tells the story of this game. When the Bills have the ball, it's going to be Superman. Actually, no, better comparison. I forget there was a Marvel movie where someone was like, "Oh, they have an army. That's fine. We have the Hulk." The Broncos defense is the army. Josh Allen is the Hulk. It's going to be a one-man show against this amazing Broncos defense. And I get the hunch that if the Bills win, it'll be a similar thing the week after. Bit of a spoiler there about how I feel about Texans and Patriots. Nonetheless, though, man, this is going to be a very interesting game because I think Josh Allen is going to be able to hang with the Broncos defense because I just think that like playoff Josh Allen is different. I think the Bills have defensive issues, but I think Bo Nix and the Broncos offense is going to help the Bills not get punished too much for their issues defensively. So I think, you're going to see when both teams have the ball, a pretty spirited and even matchup, which is why I can see there not being a huge edge for the spread. And hold on. And yeah, for the whole, I just saw the chat. Cam Scatterbo will be on the bench. Yeah. Well, Monken is coming too. That's the bigger thing, right? Monken is the offensive shot caller. The Eagles need to replace. He's already fired, dog. He's already fired. But yeah, to cut to the chase with this one, I have the Bills winning the game. I think the Broncos defense is going to make his life very difficult. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game, but I just think that Superman will prevail. I don't believe in Bo Nix. I don't believe in the Broncos running game, and I don't really believe in the Broncos weapons outside of Sutton. I just don't love a lot that they have on the offensive side of the ball. And the funny thing is that all of this year, anybody who pays attention to advanced stats will tell you how bad the Eagles offense was in terms of going 3 and out and just having so many bad drives. What Philadelphia did was they took all the attention away from Denver because Denver was always right behind the Eagles in all the horrible stat categories that kind of revealed how bad the Eagles offense was. The Denver Broncos offense is not good. And I think it'll show. I think Denver's defense will give, obviously, the Bills hell, but I do think Josh Allen is going to figure it out. And I have the Bills advancing. If I were to think which weapon supplements their quarterback the best, I would take James Cook having a bigger impact on this game than Cortland Sutton. Obviously, I respect both defensive coaches. I think Vance Joseph does a great job. But Sean McDermott, he's somebody who I have a lot of frustrations with. The Bills have a couple injuries. They're gonna have to figure out how to deal with playing without. I think it's Maxwell Hairston and Jordan Poyer. But I just have a hard time believing that Bo Nix is going to beat Josh Allen, Broncos defense aside. So that's how I feel about that. Niners Seahawks. Funny thing about this matchup is Sam Darnold came up on the injury report today. So Sam Darnold apparently hurt his oblique, which is like a core muscle. Apparently he hurt his oblique in practice today. They expect him to play, but he's not going to be 100%. That doesn't change much for me because, I mean, the Seahawks aren't even a high volume passing offense anyways. They're an efficient passing offense, but they're going to try to run the ball. And they were able to run the ball on the Niners before, and the Niners, if anything, are even more injury prone, are more injured at the linebacker spot. So I don't think Seattle will have the same things go wrong that the Eagles did. I think Seattle gets that win for sure. Oh, damn, I forgot to scroll down. Damn. As you can see, Seattle's metrics are better in almost every single category. But passing, and again, that's partially because the Seahawks are one of the lowest volume passing teams in the NFL. But yeah, give me the Seahawks in this one. We saw how they played in Week 18. I think it'll be a similar game in terms of the fact that it's low scoring. But I think the big gap here is going to be that the Seattle Seahawks have a amazing home field advantage for this game. And while they won that game by 10 points, I can't say I see them winning by 20 this time, but I do think that they're going to win comfortably by 13 or 14 points. So I have the Seahawks winning. Sam Darnold injury, irrespective of the Sam Darnold injury, I just think that, the Niners have a lot of issues. And just because the Eagles were too incompetent to exploit them doesn't mean that those issues disappeared. Yo, King, I see you backstage. I'm just going to rip through all these previews, and then I'll get you after I do all that stuff. Then I'll let people in the stream. Yeah, King is here, people. I told you he wasn't ducking. But yeah, the Seahawks aren't the Eagles. They're going to figure this out. They're going to bounce the Niners. Next game, I got Texans and Patriots. I have the Texans winning this game. So I'll put it this way. Patriots are 3.5-point home favorites. I think the Texans defense is going to do better than the Patriots defense. And then the question becomes, can Drake May significantly outplay CJ Stroud? Because in both these cases, right, I think I like the Texans' weapons a little bit more in the passing game. I like the Patriots running backs more. And I like the Patriots offensive line more. But I like the whole Texans defense by a lot. Like, even though the Patriots defense has played well, I think the Texans defense is special. So I expect this to also be a low-scoring game. I think Houston pulls it out. I don't think it's pretty. I don't think it's comfortable. I think this is a game that definitely comes down to the last 5 minutes. But I think this game is going to come down to Drake May having the ball with a chance to win the game and not being able to do it. Not because he chokes or has a bad game or anything. I just really think that this Texans defense is special. And they put this Houston offense in a situation where they don't have to do much. And look, the Houston offense doesn't do much, but they do just enough. And I think they're going to do just enough in this game as well. The weather is supposed to be really bad, but if anything, I think that benefits the Texans because I think with their defensive line, they're ready to play in a bad football game. I think the Patriots honestly would need ideal conditions a little bit more because you want the gap between Drake May and CJ Stroud to show as much as possible. But I think a bad weather game could bridge that gap a little bit. So I got the Texans winning this game. Next and final game, he got Rams and Bears. I have the Rams winning this game and covering the spread. So I have them winning by over 4 points. They're saying that this game might be a bad weather game. But unless it's snowy or rainy, I expect this game to have a lot of points. I think the Rams are going to fare well against the Bears defense. Again, I think the Bears defense, don't let the Detroit game fool you. They gave up a lot of points to the Niners. They gave up a lot of points to the Packers while the Packers were not being stupid. I think they're going to give up a lot of points to the Rams. I expect the Bears to also get theirs, but I don't think that they can pull off another comeback against this team. So I have the Rams winning for that reason. I think it's been a fun run for the Bears. I just think it ends here. This Broncos team or the Cavs team a couple years ago, and they had 60 wins. I hear what you're saying. You can't talk anything else other than the Steelers' new head. I like the Texans. The Chargers played that all right against the Pats. Granted, there were some big plays in the Pats' offense that decided the result. I think we did all right. I mean, defensively, you guys had a good game. Unfortunately, man, you guys could not keep Milton Williams off your quarterback. But yeah, the thing about this game, too, is that we're going to learn about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson because I believe he's been their slot corner. And in most cases, the other team's best receiver is going to be on the outside, and Jalen Johnson will help mitigate whoever the other team's best number one receiver is. But Puka is going to live in the slot. And I think they're going to make CJ get his assignments right. And I don't think that's going to go well. So I have the Rams winning this game and going to the NFC Championship game. So that's how I feel about all the matchups. Where that leaves us is the last bit of big news. Yeah, I'm saying if the Chargers did that against the Texans would be tougher. Yes, you're right. I hear what you're saying. Texans defense will definitely be tougher. Where that leaves us is the final bit that I'm going to talk about alone. The Giants hiring John Harbaugh. Now, anybody that's been watching this channel for the last little bit knows how I feel about John Harbaugh and the job he's done with the Ravens for the last little bit. I don't think he's done a particularly great job. And the key point I'd like to highlight here is that the Ravens are an institution. Like, bigger than their coaches, they have had a ton of continuity in their management. Before they had DaCosta, they had Ozzie Newsome, and DaCosta was very much groomed and prepared by Ozzie Newsome. Like, they are an institution, and I think coaches benefit from stuff like that. And that's not to say that Harbaugh is a bad coach. But what I'm saying is over the last little bit, I think he's benefited from the fact that the Ravens have been able to give him good teams. I don't think he's maximized the teams. I think he has had maybe 2 or 3 Super Bowl rosters and has no Super Bowls to show for it as of late. Again, I think football has changed quite a bit. And I think where we're at as of late, I want an amazing offensive scheming coach on my roster, on my coaching staff at some point, or in some capacity, whether that's an offensive coordinator or a head coach. I want there to be an amazing offensive mind on my coaching staff. And when you have the head coach that's not that, so I'm not talking about this past year. I'm talking about literally the whole time he's had Lamar Jackson. Last year I thought the Ravens team was shit. But I think in years past, there's been some Ravens teams that were good enough to win a Super Bowl, and they didn't. And again, it's not exactly down to Jim Harbaugh's management of a specific game, but I think that they've always had issues with mistakes. I think they've always had issues with penalties and whatnot, just discipline stuff. I don't think they've had great coaching. I think he had Greg Roman for way too long. I don't think Greg Roman was great for Lamar Jackson in terms of developing him as a quarterback. I just don't love the decisions he's made. Because fraud calling John Jim. Damn, my bad. John. We're definitely calling him John. We're definitely referring to John. But yeah, he had Greg Roman for too long. I just don't love the job that he's done with the Ravens in the Lamar Jackson era. I think Harbaugh is built his approach to having it, just everything, the football team, the structure of the team, the structure of his coaching staff. It's very 10, 15 years ago, bro. Yeah, I think in this NFL, he's wasted some teams that were good enough to win. They didn't win because of their own issues. The Ravens have been guaranteed to lose a horrible game they have no business losing. So I just I haven't loved the job that he's done. So to bring this all back to the Giants, what I like for the Giants here is that they have stability now. Like they have a coach that is going to raise the floor quite a bit. Um, I don't think Harbaugh comes with a huge ceiling. Like I'll put it this way: I think the Giants. I'm guaranteeing they do not win a Super Bowl in the John Harbaugh era. It's not going to happen. Now, also guarantee that they probably won't finish with less than 6 wins. Like that's what I mean. The floor has been raised. He is going to bring a lot of stability, some common sense. They're going to respect the hell out of him. Unlike with the Ravens, I don't like that idea, bro. I think Baltimore's literally their legacy front office that has been in place and had continuity. I trust them way more than this guy, dude. So yeah, I think he's there to bring them out of the gutter. I think he's gonna bring them out from being like a poverty franchise. That I can say is guaranteed, and I think there's value in that. Like I'm not saying this is a bad hire. What I just want to push back against is everybody saying that the Giants have arrived in the territory of like being a good team. Like they're not gonna be what the Bears are this year. Like, I don't think Harbaugh means that. Ben Johnson is that because Ben Johnson is an offensive genius. If anything, I think this might be more comparable to the Commanders getting Dan Quinn. Because again, Dan Quinn, I think about him in some similar ways. Do I think he's a Super Bowl winning coach? No. But do I think he's a respectable coach that's going to bring stability and is going to command the respect of his team and make sure that there's no like stupid bullshit in terms of like, you know, whatever the Giants had going on with people not showing up to meetings and stuff. No, he's going to eliminate that. Just like Dan Quinn, I think brought Washington out from the just like status of being a garbage organization. But I don't think these guys are Super Bowl winning coaches. What's the worst thing? No, okay. So if you frame it this way, I agree, General. Like they haven't done something that screwed their franchise over. Again, I think that this made them better and this gave them stability. What I'm saying is that like the Giants aren't back because they got John Harbaugh. I have to see way more before I believe that they're back. Okay, so with that out of the way, there's a few things to talk about. So I'm going to put this up here as I welcome King to the stream. King, what's going on, bro?
Yo, man, I sent that photo like 3 days ago, bro. Where you been?
Wait, what happened?
In your community. I posted this like 3 days ago. Where you been?
Oh, shit. I haven't checked my community in a minute. YouTube didn't give me any notifications. 1 second. Let me see.
Yeah, I posted that like 2 days ago. I've been waiting for this.
Oh, okay. In terms of streaming, yeah, bro, I couldn't do a stream until like yesterday. I decided to do basketball, so that was that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, bro, this is the first day I could do football. But yeah, no, the reason I put this here is because I knew I was gonna let you hop on, and the chat wants to talk to you, man.
Yeah, man, no. Hey, I'm not ducking. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed and frustrated that we didn't have an offense still. But I'm
Yeah.
not mad. Also, tell me we still had double the points of your team, so suck my dick.
Damn. Hey, how was the experience?
Until they got that fumble touchdown, it was actually incredible vibes there.
Because it was a close game for a while.
It was a good game. I was by some fans that were going crazy along with me. The defense was doing great. Yes, we gave up 400 yards. But what am I supposed to do when they gave me 4 turnovers? I gotta give them credit. But
Yeah, I think the
oh
400
my
yards.
god, this offense.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get to you. You were talking about defense.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think the 400 yards happened mainly just because, like, the Steelers' offense kept them playing, right? Like, the defense would have a stand, and then offense goes 3 and out, and then it's like, yo, your defense can only play good for so long. Your defense eventually is like, it's like a dam, bro. A dam is eventually gonna break if you keep flooding it with water. And that's what happened, man. The Steelers offense, I think, set the defense up. Defense did their job. Offense absolutely did not.
And at one point, it got me frustrated because, man, we played 60 minutes of football for 6 points and under 200 yards. That's sick. It's been 6 years. How do we still not have an offense?
You know what we're gonna have to see though? We're gonna have to see how the Texans defense fares in other games. Because, bro, I actually just think that defense is amazing. And when I've been doing these predictions and I have them in the Super Bowl, it is not because of their offense. I actually think
I
their
was
defense.
like, yeah, even with all this, their offense, even after this blow, their offense still proves to be sus. I do
Their
not like
offense
this
fucking
offense.
sucks, dude. But the defense is legitimately a problem, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots have a similar day, and maybe that'll make you look differently at the offense. But I mean, game aside, right? Did you expect Tomlin to step away after that game?
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. It had to happen.
So I mean, shit, man. Like, he's gone. The Steelers are looking for a coach for the first time in 19 years. It doesn't look like he's gonna coach. All the rumors say that he's gonna go to TV
Go to
now.
commentary, yes.
Yeah. So do you have any ideas of who you would want as head coach?
So far, no. I gotta see all the options because I don't know all of them in my head yet.
Mm.
But maybe, who knows, when the Super Bowl starts, when it really gets down to the nitty gritty, we'll see who we can find.
Have you seen their interview list? Where is
I
it? Let
I
me
don't
find it.
think so, yeah.
Okay, so they've requested, and again, for fun fact, right? All their three coaches, as of late, Mike Tomlin, Coach Coward, and Chuck Noll, all defensive coaches. Hilariously, man, Pittsburgh is going to Pittsburgh. Look at all these interview requests. Ejiro Evero, Panthers defensive coordinator, who was the Rams defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl, I believe. I believe that's where he was. Brian Flores, we all know him. Jeff Hafley, very popular candidate, Packers defensive coordinator for the last 2 years. Before that, he was in college. Clay Kubiak. So not Clint, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. This is Clay, his brother, the Niners offensive coordinator. You got Jesse Minter, Chargers defensive coordinator. The one offensive guy the second offensive guy they have, Nate Scheelhaus, very popular Rams passing game coordinator. And then Chris Shula, you got the Rams defensive coordinator, and then the Dolphins defensive coordinator. So I say this all to say, it looks like the Steelers are going to go defensive coach, which is very Pittsburgh Steelers. So you guys are going to be in the same spot of having to find an offensive coordinator that gets the job done. I think Shieldhouse would be a great shout for something like that. But yeah, it looks like you guys are going defensive side of the ball, and there's a very interesting tweet I was gonna pull up. But also, I have Jared joining the stream as well. What's going on, bro?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I kind of knew that John Harbaugh was going to the Giants.
What's that?
He knew Harbaugh would go to the Giants.
Oh,
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Like, I think that whenever a coach has a bunch of interviews and they go to one team first, what the hell? Where did his list go?
Wait, who hired Mike? Okay, who hired Mike again?
Wait, which Mike?
Mike McDaniels? I thought I saw interview. Never mind, interview. Okay.
Yo, he's interviewing for everyone, by the way.
Yeah, that's all.
Where did this guy's tweet go? Okay, I'm going to find his predictions tweet. Okay, so Benjamin Albright did his guesses for the coaching cycle. Just for shits and giggles, right? January 7th last year, these were his guesses, right? So he had Vrabel right. He had the Saints completely wrong. For the Raiders, he said Carroll/Cohen. He had that right. For the Jags, Cohen/Ben Johnson. He had that right. Bears, Johnson/Flores. He had that right. Jets, if they don't get Glenn, if the Saints don't get Glenn, he'd be in play. So he also had the Jets fairly right. So pretty good track record, right? These are his guesses this year. Giants John Harbaugh already 1-for-1. Cardinals Vance Joseph. This is the Broncos defensive coordinator. Dolphins getting Jeff Hafley. This is the Packers defensive coordinator. And they just hired a GM from the Packers, so that makes sense. Falcons getting Clint Kubiak. There's a lot of hype about this. Raiders getting Brian Flores. Ravens getting Jesse Minter. And then he has the Steelers getting Robert Saleh. That fits the like defensive coordinator theme they have going on. Also, it fits the generally like having younger coaches. So what would you think if the Steelers got Robert Saleh?
My problem is this just gonna be another Arthur Smith situation where it's like he's good like a DC, but as we saw with the Jets, he wasn't that great of a coach. Yes, I know it's the Jets and we're the Steelers, but I don't know. We'll just have to see.
Not for sure. It's tough. I mean, a lot of people make it seem like Saleh had an unwinnable situation with the Jets, and as soon as they fired him, it's not like they got better; they got worse. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up being a good coach. But yeah, it's definitely a bet on the fact that the Jets were a big problem for him, and also like if they get Robert Saleh, I think that guarantees that Rodgers isn't coming back. At least the very minimum, at least to Pittsburgh. So now they have to get a new quarterback as well. So yeah, it
and by the way, King,
go ahead.
GG's on the Texan Steelers game.
If only we had an offense, man.
You guys injured Nico Collins from us, though. So I guess that's payback for us BTA to your Steelers.
Did we injure him or did he just injure himself? So it's like he injured himself and you... it wasn't even like BT. It was like late game BT, man.
It's just a little bit of the belt. It's not the whole belt, you know?
Yes. Because literally for 3 quarters, we had y'all. And then like 10 minutes left. That's when it got bad.
By the way, how was those tickets for the game?
They were great. They were great tickets.
Yo.
Great view of the field and stuff like that.
We were basically at the goalpost of the left end zone.
Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
Yo, King, you were asking about Mike McDaniel, right? So Mike McDaniel has already interviewed for the Falcons, and then he's already interviewed for Baltimore, already interviewed for Cleveland. He has a scheduled interview for the Titans, and then a scheduled interview for the Lions, and then he still has to do his offensive coordinator interview for the Eagles. Mike McDaniel's just literally getting so much free dinner.
So he didn't even interview with the Steelers?
Funny thing that I want to happen?
What?
Please, Detroit. I see right there. Take Arthur Smith away from us.
Hey, okay.
Have him.
Guys, let's look up the Arthur Smith. Okay, so he has a head coach interview for the Cardinals, a head coach interview for the Titans, and an offensive coordinator interview for the Lions. So, I mean, it's funny, right? Because look at the two organizations that are interviewing him for the head coaching role: Titans and Cardinals, two of the worst organizations. So, you know, any of the good organizations interviewing him? No, it's a pretty clear sign who has their heads screwed on straight and who doesn't. But yeah, so far the Chargers offensive list is just internal guys. They interviewed their own passing game coordinator and their own quarterbacks coach. So the Chargers haven't really started yet.
Oh my God, Bruins just scored on a short-handed goal. Let's freaking go. Okay, Balam, you must know Zdeno Chara, right? That big, tall guy?
Yeah, of course.
We retired his jersey number today, and we're beating the Kraken 3-1.
Ew, what a
on his
great
Jersey
name.
night retirement.
The Kraken is such a good name. Oh yeah, so to catch up on some news, we talked about Harbaugh, we talked about
what's up?
Tomlin. The Chargers fired Greg Roman, good riddance. Greg Roman has never been a good offensive coordinator to me in terms of like I don't think he's good. I mean, I feel similarly actually about how I feel about Harbaugh. I don't think Greg Roman gets you the absolute most out of your offense. He just makes sure you're not in the trenches. Like he makes sure you're not bad. But I don't think he got the most out of, like, for example, I don't think he got the most out of Colin Kaepernick's Niners offense. I think he got the most out of Colin Kaepernick's legs. But I think they ultimately didn't they didn't hit their ceiling because he didn't care about developing the passing game. I don't think he got the ceiling of one of those Buffalo offenses. He just got the most out of Tyrod Taylor's legs. Same thing with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. And then I always thought it was a really interesting fit for him to go to from those quarterbacks to Justin Herbert. But ultimately,
it didn't work out well.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because on one hand, the offensive line was so banged up. So that kind of makes it like that really fucks things up for everyone. But on the other side of things, like, I mean, like, I don't think the Chargers, I mean, they also had Hampton missing. Like, it was just a weird fit. I'll just say that to say, I'm not a big Greg Roman fan. So I think the Chargers can do better. I don't mind this firing at all. Then let's scroll through this and find out.
Is there any?
Yeah, I'm looking for new news.
I'm still surprised that the Bengals are still keeping Zach Taylor.
Yeah, they're frauds for that, bro. But you know what it is? It's just because they're cheap, dude. I'm sure if they had the money or if his contract ran out, they would let him go. But they don't want to fire him, have to pay him, and pay another coach. Other teams are comfortable doing that. The Bengals are too cheap.
Yeah.
Within 2 days of losing to the Niners, the Eagles got rid of Kevin Patullo. As you can see, my name here is Kevin Patullo's main op. I was incredibly frustrated with his offense. I just want to say that, like, I think some people are kind of like making it all about him. I don't think he was the only one that was fucking up. However, he was fucking up majorly. So he's the easiest person to let go. A lot of the players that
I would say Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I think the players that were underperforming, it's a lot harder to get rid of a player that's on a salary cap, right? Like, for example, AJ Brown had 3 big drops in a playoff game, right? But it's really tough to get rid of AJ Brown's contract. So it's easier to get rid of Kevin Patullo. Again, this isn't to give him some like benefit of the doubt. He was horrible. And I'm so glad he's gone. And I hope he never comes back. Because there's some rumors that
isn't AJ Brown a free agent?
I was like, yeah, real quick. Did you hear about the leaks? The apparent leaks?
For what?
Yeah.
Like, people talk about, AJ Brown was apparently leaking this, that, and the fourth. But it actually was Kevin Patullo.
Oh, see, I didn't hear about that. So I'll have to look into that. AJ Brown's not a free agent. He's under contract for 2 more years. At a pretty big cap number. But I didn't hear about the leak stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised, dude, because like Kevin Patullo was our passing game coordinator for like 3-4 years before being offensive coordinator, right? And the passing game hasn't really been that great for like a year. The year before he got this job, I don't think the passing game was that great last year. Like Saquon was great. Passing game was just good enough. I don't know why he only got this job again. He got this job mainly because we lost Kellen Moore in the middle of February, right? Because we lost Kellen Moore after we won the Super Bowl. In the middle of February, all the coaches have already got their jobs. Like, look at what's happening now. It's the middle of January, and teams are already hiring coaches. So by the time we lost Kellen Moore, we didn't really have that many, like, free available coaches to look for. We went the internal route. We did the same thing after losing Shane Steichen. It's a shitty part of what comes with literally going to Super Bowls. But it is what it is, man. We lost 1 year because of Brian Johnson. We had to lose another year because of Kevin Patullo. I'm just hoping we can get a really good offensive coach because it's pretty simple, man. When we had quality offensive coaching with Steichen and Moore, we went to Super Bowls both years. When we had shitty offensive coaching, we were 1 and done in the playoffs. The fact that our worst case scenario is 1 and done in the playoffs shows you just how good of a situation we're in. So I'm hoping that can attract a good coach. But You never know, man. You never know. Again, like the players are getting older. I hope that some of these guys aren't on the brink of being washed, but it might be the case. So we're gonna have to see.
Who was your coach for the Super Bowl? Was against the Patriots?
Doug Peterson.
Yeah, it was Doug.
Doug Peterson. And your offensive coordinator who was the offense?
Oh, that year it was actually Frank Reich. Oh, that's funny. We lost him too that year. After winning the
I don't
Super Bowl,
remember.
we got the coach job. Every time we go to a Super Bowl, bro, our coaching staff gets rated. Which is how it works, by the way. Like, that's normal. It's just part of the territory. That's why dynasties are so impressive. Exile that guy, Greg Roman up. Unrelated, but I saw Zach Edey with the 6-week injury. That's tough, dude. That is tough. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's any news that's notable. What names are notable here? Robert Saleh, let's see. So far, Robert Saleh's interviewed for, or he has a scheduled interview with the Cardinals, with the Ravens, with the Dolphins,
the Steelers,
and the Titans. And the Steelers haven't got around to it, but the Steelers are that guy's prediction. So Saleh's going to get quite a bit of interviews.
wow.
Other names. Is there any other names you guys are curious about? Stefanski interviewed with the Titans, interviewed with the Giants. Obviously, they have their coach. Interviewed with the Dolphins. Interviewed with the Ravens.
Coach now.
Stefanski's interviewing everywhere. He's also getting free food. Interviewing with the Falcons. Yeah, 5 spots.
I want to know what Cannon's getting for the, because he got fired from the Cardinals.
Oh, John Gannon?
Gannon. Yeah.
All right, so John Gannon has interviewed for the Commanders defensive coordinator spot, which is a weird role because Dan Quinn is a defensive coach. So you're basically interviewing to be the second in command defensively. He also interviewed for the Cowboys defensive coordinator job. That makes more sense. You can run the defense there. He interviewed for the Titans head coaching spot. But it looks like the Titans are just interviewing everyone, dude. Look at the Titans interview list. How many guys are this? 1, 2,
Holy
3,
crap.
4, 5, 6,
You know
7.
what I saw because it was the tight thing was funny.
11.
What does Matt Nagy have? What type of motion is he pulling?
Yo, this is the thing, right? Because where's the tweet? In the first tweet I showed you guys like 2 weeks ago, he said, yo, my prediction is Matt Nagy to the Titans. And in my head, I was like, yo, maybe he's tripping. 2 weeks later, he's doubling down. Matt Nagy to the Titans. The only thing I can think about is that the Titans GM was hired from Kansas City, and literally, maybe he's just hiring his boy. Like, that happens in the NFL. Look at what Nick Sirianni did, right? He literally, shit was rough. He hired his boy. People do that. I think it's just that, dude, because there's no way you've watched this Chiefs offense as of late, and you're saying, give me Matt Nagy.
What type of motion is he getting, bro? Come on.
Gannon.
All decision making.
All right, hold on. Let's see where else Nagy is interviewing. And Nagy is interviewed for the Cardinals, interviewed for the Ravens.
Please let him go to the Ravens.
He interviewed with the Raiders, and then, of course, the Titans.
So 3 bum teams in the Ravens.
3 bum team in the 3 bum teams in the Ravens. It looks like the Ravens are also casting a pretty wide net, though. Like these are a lot of names. They still haven't interviewed Jesse Minter, who's been the constant name tied to them. But man, Jesse Minter against Robert Saleh, you'd have 2 like pretty established defensive coaches going at it.
All right, let's. Because I really want to see if we can get him. Let's check Clint Kubiak. Let's see what he's getting.
Clint Kubiak. One second. Let me go to the top. Wait, did I? Okay. So he's interviewed. He has a scheduled interview for the Cardinals, a completed interview for the Falcons, a completed interview for Baltimore, a completed interview for the Raiders, a completed interview for the Dolphins, and a scheduled interview for the Giants, which I guess wouldn't be happening right now. But yeah, so the thing with Kubiak is, and he mentioned it here, right? So he's mentioned Kubiak now twice as his pick for the Falcons. And what I've basically heard about this is that there's a couple of things here. First of all, I believe Kubiak. So for those who aren't familiar, actually, well, let me check to make sure I'm not remembering this wrong. Gary Kubiak, when was he the Falcons coach? Or was he never? Oh, okay, I'm tripping. So basically, what I heard about is that, like, if you look at Matt Ryan, right, he got the big job in Atlanta. Actually, I can pull it up right here. Matt Ryan got the big job in Atlanta, and he thinks very highly of the Shanahan scheme. Yeah, so he, as the new president of football, right, he thinks very highly of the Shanahan scheme, and he had his best year, went to a Super Bowl in Shanahan's offense. And if you can't get Shanahan himself, the closest thing you could do is get to the top, like the top understudy of Shanahan in the NFL right now, which is Clint Kubiak. And the other thing is that, like, if you like Shanahan, you have to like Kubiak, because literally their dads developed that scheme together. Like Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, Kyle's dad, and Gary Kubiak, Clint's dad. A lot of history there, coaching on Broncos teams, coaching Broncos offenses. So that John Elway, those John Elway offenses with Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, those guys, those legendary offenses produced, again, two families. Now are going to have a bunch of coaches, because Clint and Clay are going to be in the NFL. Obviously, Michael Shanahan's in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan's in the NFL. So yeah, I mean, if Matt Ryan loves Kyle Shanahan's offense, then he's probably going to love Clint Kubiak as well. So that's probably going to be his guy. Ravens opted out of Linderbaum's 5th year. That probably means they're going to extend him, because the Eagles once did this. I forget who it was with, but they opted out of somebody's 5th year deal just so that they could pay them quicker. A smart thing you can do as a franchise is, if you love a player and you're 1,000% sure that a player is good, you pay them as early as possible, when they're young as possible, and when they're inexperienced as possible, to get them on the lowest deal you can get them, right? Like, for example, what's a good like Quinyon Mitchell, right? Quinyon Mitchell, he's so good, and I'm so sure that he's good, that I think the Eagles should try to give him an extension as soon as they can, which is 3 years. Even Cooper DeJean, 3 years into the NFL, because it's going to be cheaper than if you extend them after 4 years. So I mean, I think with Linderbaum, I doubt that they want to get rid of him, or like they declined because he's not good. It's probably just because they want to extend him immediately. So I think that's what that means, but who knows? Is there any other coaching news you guys want to talk about? I'll hold some space for a little bit. If you guys want to play the fantasy game, we can play that as well for a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to do for the next little bit here, because I got through the game previews. Resigns because he wants to be with his son more. Yes, I heard this. Oh, do you not know who that is? What's his name? Navarro Bowman? Yo, Navarro Bowman was a very good linebacker. Excellent. Him and Patrick Willis, one of the best linebacker duos I've ever seen in San Francisco, with Vic Fangio, oddly enough. But yeah, man, Navarro Bowman, legend. And if his son is a baller, then he should be doing that. He can always come back to coaching. Navarro Bowman's name is always going to be popular in the NFL world, because he was a baller.
I think I got like one more coach suggestion. If we didn't do it, then we can do some fantasy. Have you guys done Brian Flores yet?
We haven't gone through Brian Flores' interviews. Yo, there's so many head coaching jobs. Also, yo, King, by the way, remember I asked you guys to guess how many coaching vacancies there would be? I think Jared said 11. I said 7. I can't remember if you said 8 or 9.
I was like, you said like 8 to 7. There was like 12 to 13. I went in the row to like 11 to 10.
There ended up being 9. So I think we all were like, nobody guessed 9, but it was right in the middle of our guesses. Brian Flores.
Maybe I did say 9. I think you said 11. Jared said
I said 7.
yeah, you absolutely said 7.
I
Jared went like
undershot.
12. I might have went 9.
Yeah. So Brian Flores the Steelers have requested an interview with him, and the Ravens have completed an interview with him. Damn, Flores is out here interviewing for the Ravens and Steelers only so far. But the thing
So
is, bro, he's been free. Like his season ended in week 18. He's been free, so it's weird that there's only 2 spots that are interested. But maybe that shows that those are his 2 priorities. Maybe he'll do other interviews once they've hired their coaches if it's not him. But interesting approach here. Oh, something I could talk about is the rumors about Eagles offensive coordinator, right? So obviously, since they've had it go wrong with 2 inexperienced coaches, they want to go the experienced routes. Apparently, the first 2 options are Mike McDaniel and Brian Daboll. And then they were also looking at Todd Monken. Obviously, it looks like Todd Monken is going to go to the Giants with John Harbaugh. So it looks like the main 2 options are Daboll and Mike McDaniel, right? But the issue is it's not as simple as, hey, do you want to come to Philadelphia? Apparently, Daboll and McDaniel, they want to get some assurances that they won't be like restricted, that they won't have to kind of like report to Sirianni. Like they want to get some guarantees that if they come to Philadelphia, they get to do whatever they want with the offense. And we're gonna have to see.
Nick Sirianni, I don't like how this Mike Mc, okay, Mike McDaniel and Sirianni got a butt head. I don't know how that's gonna be.
Well, the other thing you got to remember is that I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel fired Vic Fangio in Miami, right? So I don't know how that would work. This all leads me to believe I'm pretty sure Brian Daboll, also one of his kids goes to Penn State. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Brian Daboll in Philadelphia. 1, him and Sirianni coached together for 1 year in Kansas City. 2, Brian Daboll was actually at Alabama with Jalen Hurts. And whenever you guys see the graphic of, oh, Jalen Hurts has had 9 play callers in 9 years. One of the names is Brian Daboll at Alabama, oddly enough. So Daboll has the connections. It's local for him. He's already been living in that area, has a kid that goes to Penn State. I think we're going to see Brian Daboll at offensive coordinator. And what I think about that is that I think he did a hell of a job in Buffalo as an offensive coordinator with early career Josh Allen. And my thing is, I don't think he's a good head coach, but the guy won a playoff. He went to the playoffs and won a playoff game with Daniel Jones. I
To
think
be fair, the Vikings did Viking during that playoff game.
See, this is true, but even if they didn't Viking, taking Daniel Jones early in his career to the playoffs, I still
It's
think
still impressive. Yeah, that is still impressive.
But here's what I'm going to say though: what he did with Daniel Jones and what he did with Josh Allen and what he did with Jackson Dart all had the same theme of he uses the quarterback like a battering ram, bro. Like Josh Allen was running his ass off. Daniel Jones was running his ass off. That's why he wasn't that bad, because he literally wasn't throwing the ball, bro. And then Jackson Dart was getting checked for concussions every single game. So I say this to say, I think Brian Daboll would do a good job as an offensive coach for the Eagles. However, I think he's going to get Jalen Hurts killed. So this is kind of how I feel. I think Brian Daboll is best suited to come to Philadelphia and probably make Philadelphia kind of have them look like what they're supposed to look, which is Saquon runs it a lot, Jalen runs it a lot, but we're not as shitty in the passing game. The thing about Mike McDaniel is that Mike McDaniel would actually evolve the Eagles offense into something it's never been in terms of like actually having intelligent uses of motion, a smart passing game, easy looks for Jalen Hurts. Like Mike McDaniel would come in and be everything that Philadelphia is not. Brian Daboll would come to Philadelphia and focus on exactly what has made Philadelphia good. So it's really interesting of like, do you want something similar to what you already are that fits nicely? Or do you want something that's completely the opposite that could maybe make you more complete? Very interesting kind of decision that they have. That being said, I think there's pros and cons to both, right? Obviously, Mike McDaniel, Jalen Hurts might not be able to run his offense because those Shanahan McVay offenses, they rely on the quarterback being a processor. He might not be able to do that. Like literally, like Jalen Hurts has never really been much of a processor. Similarly, Brian Daboll, I think his offense, like Hurts would do great in it. However, Hurts might also get fucked up. So, we'll see, man. Hurts had his he ran the least in his career this past year, and he stayed healthy the entire year for the first time. If that's the kind of quarterback Hurts sees himself being, Brian Daboll is not with that shit at all. So, gonna be fascinating to see what happens. I got my guy Caden now joining the stream. Caden, is there
Hello.
any particular coaches you want to talk about, or do you want me to like look at in terms of what they've done so far? If not, we can just play the fantasy game.
All right. Before I say, I just want to say hello again. It feels like I was just yesterday that I talked to you.
Oh hell yeah, right?
And math quiz was pretty easy today. So
Oh, good for you, bro. Hey,
yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well in your math quizzes.
But the coaches, maybe Clint Kubiak, because it turns out we're not gonna get John Harbaugh because he went to the Giants.
So you guys have interviewed a lot of people. Clint Kubiak is the person that keeps getting tied to you. I don't know if you were here before, but Matt Ryan is obviously the biggest football decision maker in Atlanta right now, and he loves Kyle Shanahan. He had his best year in the NFL with Kyle Shanahan. He went to a Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan in his offense. If he's as big of a fan of Kyle Shanahan as people think he is, the closest thing you have in the NFL to that right now is Clint Kubiak. So it looks like that would be the decision, and I think it would be good for the weapons that Atlanta has. Bijan is going to go crazy if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, if you're the Atlanta and you want Kubiak, you have to wait until he's free, and that honestly, it could be after the Super Bowl. It's probably going to be in a couple weeks or about a week and a half now, but it could be after the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, you guys want to play the game now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody in the chat, if anybody here wants to play the game, let us know. Yo, Caden, who won last night?
You did by 1.9, remember?
Oh yeah, I won by 1.9.
You
Okay,
told us that
so
we had to go find all of our marbles.
true.
And you said that we had to go find our cool sunglasses.
Yeah, that's true. We'll definitely have to get them at some point.
Mhm.
Okay. So
All
if I won
matching.
last night, then I'll stay on, and then if you're the last person that lost, I'll play King. So
Okay.
we'll let King go first.
All right.
Wait. This is a single player.
And
Okay.
then
What was wrong?
we could
NFL
go
player.
Alam, King, me, and then Jared, and then anybody in the chat.
Yeah, Jared isn't here, but he could get on the list. Okay, Tennessee Titans quarterbacks.
Ew. I think it has to be. There's no Marcus?
I guess not.
Yo, that's sick. I would have picked Marcus.
Damn.
You know what? Ryan Tannehill.
Jeez, that's a huge number.
Jeez.
It had to be one of the things. It was when they were the 1 seed that 1 year.
Yo,
Mm-hmm. And then they lost to the Bengals.
King, watch this.
Trade secrets.
New trade secrets unlocked.
New trade secrets.
Yeah, Ray Rice was like that. Wait, who'd I get?
Ravens running backs.
It got. I guess I still picked Derrick Henry. Yeah.
I mean, it's so 336 versus 372. It's not a huge gap, but Ray Rice is higher on the list. Bills running backs.
Who's the good one?
So
Who's the good? LaSalle McCoy, was he the good one? I think it was LaSalle McCoy.
All right, I'll take Shady. He is the best one. I'll have to take James Cook, the second best one. Texans wide receivers. I took Andre Johnson.
Damn it, I knew you were gonna pick him. I'll take Nuke Hopkins.
Seattle Seahawks wide receiver.
Was it DK or was it some? Was it DK or was it someone else?
Yo, Jared.
DK.
I had to do something, so that's why I left.
What's up, Jared?
What's
I
up,
think
Caden?
DK's the best. So I'm taking DK.
271.
So who is
God.
against each other?
Ah,
Right now.
265. They're basically the same. Okay, Jaguars tight ends.
Oh, it's you and King.
No.
Evan Ingram.
Okay.
Now,
Maybe he was getting some passes from break balls. I'm going Julius Thomas.
Okay,
There was no one else. I was cooked.
going into the flexes, I'm up 14, so it's a very close game. First flex, Bengals.
Yes. Jamar Chase.
Okay. Hold on. There was a running back that had a really high thing. I just can't remember their name. They were old. I can't remember if it was Rudy Johnson or Corey Dillon.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I don't remember.
Corey Dillon and Prayers.
I don't remember none.
Damn, that wasn't the one. I gotta go Christian.
So who's next?
230. So you need 265 from this Niner, whoever it is.
Hey, 265. I don't think I can do IU.
Uh-oh.
Debo.
George, nah. Wilson. My brain wants to tell me Debo because they were using Debo for like everything, but I just don't know.
Trade secrets.
Forgot who else was good. I think it has to be. I don't trust Brett. I'm going Debo. Fine.
Nah, you got it. Debo had 339.
I knew. I was like, the Nas used him for everything.
All right, King stays on. Caden goes next.
All right.
Caden, you're taking a Bears.
So am I going after Caden, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Cool.
We'll go Mitchell Trubisky. I haven't tried him yet.
This guy's a bold guy.
Okay,
Oh, damn.
okay,
263.
okay.
Not even horrible.
So they're not using like current Caleb, right?
Yeah,
Nah,
don't
it
use
would be
current
last year's
Caleb.
Caleb. So let me
Yeah.
options.
Last year wasn't really that good. I'll do Justin then. Arian
Oh,
Foster.
it's Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I guess Joe Mixon.
By the way, Alama, you excited for the Raptors game tomorrow when Kawhi returns?
Joe Mixon.
Why not, dude? Why not? It'll be
Bills?
a decent game. Bills running backs.
Trade secrets.
Do you remember though?
Are these the only running backs? Can you like? Is there a way for you to scroll down or no?
There's the only person missing from this is CJ Spiller. You can take CJ Spiller. Is anyone here a Raps fan? Yo, I'm the Raps fan. Echo Beach Blues.
I'm trying to remember. I forgot. I guess I'll go James Cook. I forgot.
That's how you ended up here. You're taking James Cook?
You don't know the trade secrets. What's on
I
McCoy?
forgot the trade secret.
What's on McCoy?
Yeah, Echo Blue.
Damn, I should have.
Echo Beach Blues.
I was thinking.
Alama's the Raptors fan.
No, I remember Echo Beach. I remember this name from my Toronto Hoop Talk live streams. Yeah, I definitely remember this name. Shout out to you, man. I don't know how you found this, but I will be here tomorrow doing a watch along for Raptors Clippers. Okay, Lions receiver.
I can join you for that because I have that game on for tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Okay. For receivers, it's Calvin Johnson. It's the all around that always gets me confused.
I'm in raw.
All right, Jaguars receivers.
I'm not gonna tell him nothing.
I guess DJ Clark Jr.
225. I thought I could do that. Go down a little bit. Let me see them real
Holy
quick.
crap, Antoine Siden's 32
Hold on,
points
Echo
tonight.
Beach Blues, do you have an NFL team? Are you a Bills fan by any chance? Okay, go ahead, King.
Oh,
I remember this name, Allen Robinson.
what the?
I think he spent a year on the Steelers. Okay, Bengals tight ends.
Oh,
Oh, it's
come
one
on,
of the top
Celtics.
two. I'm
Don't lose
going.
to this horrible
You know
rap.
what? Tyler
team.
Eifert. Tyler Eifert. He gotta have something. What? I forget these are tight ends. That's not the worst.
I'll go with Mike Gazette.
Sicko mode, bro. Okay, going into the flexes. Yo,
Damn,
holy
okay.
shit. King is up like 360. All right.
Randy Moss. I said Randy Moss.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You know what? Fine. I'll take
He
that
did.
because you know what? Gronk. I'll take.
Yeah.
And you know what? John Alexander. I think he's the best one you can get.
Damn, dude. You need like 680 from this.
Yo, I gave him premium belt.
That's a Ferragamo belt.
You scroll down.
But
There's no one
man,
over 600. I'm sorry to say. There's no one over
Dude.
600.
This is just a great chance to experiment and see if you find somebody that you didn't know about.
Okay.
But can we actually see Jason?
Sydney Rice.
That's what. Yes. Let's see.
168. Okay, Jared, you're up next.
Gotta get my gift back for Monday.
Okay, who is it?
Packers quarterback.
Are you? Wait,
Aaron Rodgers.
actually, Rodgers is the best, but Favre and but how far is this gonna go? Because like I don't know what type of numbers Favre was really putting back in the day. I know he had something. You know what? Modern day, give me Jordan Love. That's not
Hey,
bad. That
okay.
could be way worse. Ray Rice.
Yeah, trade secrets.
And also,
Derrick Henry.
I've been in this rivalry, so I know.
Dolphins running backs.
Oh
Jared.
yeah, King. King. By
I
Ricky
know
Williams.
Yeah.
I know the rivalry, bro.
Yo, you know what's crazy? So far, the first 5 picks have all been the perfect pick. Like we saw Green Bay's best quarterback and then second best quarterback go in that order, and then Baltimore's best running back and second best running back go in that order. And now we just saw Miami's best running back.
Yep. So can I see the running backs real quick? Because I gotta remember who had the other one. Oh, was it Raheem? It was Raheem. Yeah, Raheem. Oh my God! I got lucky Cooper Cup.
Rams receivers. Jared.
Can you scroll down? Or is that all of them?
I can scroll down. Okay, there's a weird delay. I'm not seeing any of the chats on time.
That kind of is what
Give
I.
me Puka.
Okay, so Echo Beach Blues, there's a bunch of people that watch both that I find on both my channels. But yeah, just for like the sake of the algorithm and SEO,
Yes. He
2 separate channels.
doesn't know, Dad. He didn't know.
Okay, this
He
is
don't know the trade secrets.
Bears receiver. But yeah, for example, right, like King here, the Steelers fan, he's also a Nuggets fan. Jared, the Texans fan, is also a Celtics fan. Jenwell in the chat,
who was that?
Is a Chargers and Miami Heat fan. So like these are like my main guys are usually people who end up following both sports.
You know what? I'm gonna start getting into basketball so I can hop onto the Toronto Hoops talk.
Hell yeah!
I just gotta pick a team.
So who was the wide receiver?
You're not gonna pick the Hawks.
No.
It was the
I'll pick like a northern.
Sorry, Bears receivers. Okay, I'll scroll down slowly.
I'll pick the Hawks. I don't care.
Um,
No, don't do that to yourself, bro. Don't do that to yourself.
Because I mean, you are a Georgia fan and a Falcons fan.
give me Brandon Marshall.
I mean, what other
DJ
good
Moore.
basketball teams are there?
If you want to like just chase being a fan of a good team, it would either be the Thunder or the Spurs right now, or the Celtics.
All right.
35 points for Anthony
Laporta.
Simmons. Let's go.
Sam Laporta.
Oklahoma City Thunder, the Detroit Pistons.
He had a
Different.
crazy
TJ Hawkinson.
He had a crazy fucking year.
No,
I
yeah.
knew
Oh,
it.
man.
Yes.
Okay, going into the flexes, it is a
What's that?
6-point game.
Was
King is
that
up
the team
16.
I fucking
CMC.
thought of? Steve Smith. I need a crazy. Give me a good team. This one.
You need. It's not even a good team is one thing. You need a team where there's a gap.
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals.
David Johnson.
Oh my god!
Remember
So
the 2 times that I picked the
with
wrong
David
Johnson?
Johnson, King is at 2670. Jared, you need 290. No, like 292 from this Cardinals player.
Come on, please. I think I win,
Larry
but
Fitzgerald.
I forgot how high. Larry was low, right?
311. Yo, he got it by hold on, 29. Oh, he got it by 20. Yeah.
Let's go.
At the buzzer. At the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
God.
And you said you're going to beat me, King?
And
you said you were going to beat me?
Okay, hold on. Echo Beach Blues, what's your football team? What's your football team? Or like the European football team? Because we just talked that casually. There's no channel for that. But just in the middle of things, we'll talk about that. Okay, so Jared, me and you.
Oh,
Also, by the way,
European football? European football team?
More minutes, so let's try to get as many in as we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Packers quarterback.
Oh God.
Rodgers. All right, go ahead.
Jordan Love.
All right, perfect pick so far. Niners running back.
CMC. CMC.
Niners running back. Methinks.
In general, if you're still in chat, the Celtics and Heat game is going crazy right now.
Yikes. Okay, Steelers running back. I'm taking Bell.
Oh God, 370.
Yeah, Bell was crazy.
I know. Yeah. There's one person that we do want to see.
You know what? I'm going to take a gamble. Give me James Conner.
That was not the person I was expecting.
Cowboys receiver.
Des Bryant.
He don't know. He does.
No, I knew it. No, I know it was CD Lamb. I'm just.
Yo, Echo Beach Blues is an Arsenal
I'm just messing
fan.
around.
Man, he's in a good time right now.
Aren't you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan, dog. We do not like Arsenal right now. I'm not that we ever have, but it's extra bad right now. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna take Larry Legend, dude.
There's literally no one else.
There is this Kirk guy that Stephen A. Smith doesn't know the name of.
We do not speak.
Give me Christian Kirk.
We do not speak about Christian Kirk.
I can say this: Christian Kirk owned the Texans, the Steelers defense.
Man, you're lucky we didn't have an offense. I promise you, we had an offense.
Oh God! Oh God! Give me Drew.
Drew Ogletree?
Oh, hey, Jesus. I'm not picking him again.
That one was ugly. Steeler. This team. Seahawks.
All right, I'm back.
I'm just messing around. I'm just going to let you win. Well, I'm just going to pick random people.
Fair enough.
He wants it to be me versus.
Give me Jackson Smith and Jigba. Let's see what he did.
253, not that great until this year.
Damn.
Next year, JSN's number is going to be huge. I said Chelsea is evil.
Give me.
I wish we were evil, man. We're not evil at all right now.
Give me.
Charlie Kirk
Can you go up?
Cousins.
Give
Go
you
up a
who?
little bit. Give me Darnell Mooney.
Yo, what a name.
What?
Darnell Mooney.
Wait to see
219.
what Devin has
I'm
Number
to
one
sorry.
on the
Did
Falcons.
that say?
No,
Oh
I was just.
I was perfect. I thought that said 26 points.
Yo, I mean, Drew Ogletree has 35 points. All right, King. Go ahead. You're going Broncos
I just-
quarterback.
Yes.
To be honest, I just wanted to beat King. That's why I tried against King.
Damn.
Man, Peyton fucking Manning. Peyton fucking Manning.
Gosh darn.
Ooh, Peyton Manning.
Was that a Stephen A. Smith reference? Of course, dude. Of course, man. Oh, I end this. I have a bunch of
Dude.
Stephen A. Smith clips loaded into StreamYard here.
We have a problem. We have a problem. That man should be arrested immediately.
Excuse me, no pun intended, but what drug are you sniffing? I mean, you got to be kidding.
You need to check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself.
This is the kind of stuff we got to put a stop to. This is not good. This is bad.
This is bad.
Who was on crack?
Dude, Alam. Simon has
Yo, have you
35
seen
points
Stay
tonight.
Off the Wii.
who has 35
Hey.
points?
King, how do you feel?
Aphrodite
about
Simons.
Good for him.
Man, you
Oh,
put the clip of what I feel about the Steelers offense. You know how I feel about it?
Hold on.
How was the cold?
You
I
know,
think that we should consider having them arrested.
Is that
I was thinking
That
of
was
you
the
know
most
the
random
2-pack.
Oh,
is a 2-pack of ass.
You keep
Pack of
trying to
ass.
talk to King. You keep playing these clips.
what's that?
This is some millennial stuff right there.
Oh
Wait,
man.
Wait, it's my turn. It's your turn.
It's my
Oh,
turn.
Giants! No, I'm fucked. Oh wait, no, I'm not Tiki Barber.
Yeah, that one's a flush if you know who to pick. It's not like you don't get much of an advantage. Colts running backs.
I gotta pick Jonathan Taylor.
How many clips do you have of Stephen A. Smith?
Like 20, dude. He's one of the funniest guys in my opinion. Like unintentionally, he's so funny. Like something's actually wrong with him.
Have you
And
seen the
people
clip?
DJ Moore.
Have you seen the clip of his audition for the Manning cast?
No, but that sounds like a mess, dude.
Oh,
crazy.
funny enough, Brandon Marshall.
but that's clean. Come on, refs. Challenge that, Joe. Good job, Joe.
Nasty.
Man, that pick was a 2-pack of ass.
Absolutely
Just like this, man.
Too fancy.
So, King, you think Aaron Rodgers leaves?
Yeah, is the blue 58 gonna be leaving? Oh wait, no, sorry, the green 19.
Blue 50.
Yo, King, Seahawks tight ends.
The blue 58 was Brett
2-pack
Favre.
of ass. No offense, I don't care.
All right. Going into the flexes, I'm pretty sure you have a massive lead. It's 16.
MJD, my main guy, the person who really got me into football. If y'all knew ball and watched what he did, you would know why he got me into football.
I can't control that.
Let's
I'm
go,
14
Missoula.
years younger than all of them.
Good challenge.
Debo.
Yeah, you need 170. So you got Debo. All right. So this next game is unfortunately going to be the last game because I have to go soon.
Yes, it's the rematch from last night.
All right. So King and
Oh wait,
who's
no.
next?
I thought
It's
you won.
Caden.
Oh, I thought you won. Never mind.
Nah, yeah, it's King and
Never
Caden.
mind what I
Okay,
said.
last
Never mind
game,
what I
and then
said.
I gotta go, people.
Yep.
Never mind what I said.
Caden, go first. Vikings quarterbacks.
Well,
Beach Blues,
I'm going to
sure.
lead now.
All right, take care.
See you guys.
Jared.
See you
Yo,
tomorrow.
who's
Oh,
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
The Kirko chains.
Wait, yes, last year, which means Sam Donald had to have numbers.
You're taking Darnold?
Yes, because if it's last year, he had numbers.
Yeah, 308. Yo, they're basically the same. Okay. What the hell? Oh yeah.
That's what I like. Okay,
Colts running back.
Jonathan Taylor.
Colts
Yeah,
running back.
okay. Is that's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn. Okay.
By the way, I picked someone in the last round from this list that was really good. This is how I know you haven't been paying attention.
He done with the great secrets.
He wasn't locked in. He wasn't locked in.
You always gotta be locked in.
Was it Bradshaw?
You gotta pick one and find out yourself.
We'll go with
I
with
appreciate that
Bradshaw.
Echo Beach Blues, bro. See you later. Who did you pick?
Bradshaw.
Pain. All right, Raiders running backs.
Oh,
Josh
and I'm
Jacobs.
cooked.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not cooked. Darren McFadden. That would have been better than Lentz.
Receivers.
Do I want the obvious pick or do I just go with the classic pick? No, I'll do AB. I could have done you know who, but I'll do AB because he's more.
I'll go with Juju.
He doesn't know, Chad.
Panthers wide receiver.
Panthers receivers.
Steven Smith Sr.
Okay, you know about that one. Damn it. Okay.
Anybody but Calvin Benjamin's fat ass.
Chad, I was gonna go with Ted Ginn Jr.
Anybody but that guy, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Ted Ginn Jr. God, he had nothing. 2015 sucked for
Talking
them.
about having nothing, you got the Jets tight ends.
I actually know, because as I brought up from the trade secrets, Tyler Conklin. That's the best you're gonna get.
Okay. Go with Dustin Keller.
Damn, that might be a better trade secret. Okay, heading into the flexes, King is up by 48, so it's pretty close. Seahawks flex.
DK.
Doesn't know. It's on Alexander.
All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers flex.
Oh, if they could have had quarterbacks. Yo, if we were able to add quarterbacks, we would have cooked him. You know someone better than Mike Evans here. I remember. No. There was someone better than Mike Evans. Wait, go up slightly a little bit. Maybe I saw him. A little more. You know what? I'll still do Mike Evans.
304. So 23, 27. Bro, you need like 250. You need like 450 out of this.
I guess I'm taking the L today. We'll go with. Yeah, I don't know.
See, pick if there's somebody you want to see, just if they have a big number.
I guess Deshaun Jackson.
138. All right, fair enough. So, people, that's the stream we're going to check out. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel on your way out. I will see you
live
guys.
Saturday.
Oh, I told you guys about. I haven't told you guys about. I'm basically streaming every game but Bills Broncos. So Saturday night and both Sunday games. So I'll see you guys for both those days. I won't be streaming until then. So yeah, Saturday night I will be here. Hope you guys are here
Wait,
to hang out as
real
well.
quick, can I ask why you're not doing Bills Broncos?
It's just a timing thing. I won't get home until 7 on Saturday.
Okay, that's fine. That's
So-
all I wanted to know.
Yeah. So I'll be watching it like while I'm out, but I just won't be home. So yeah, and then after that I'll be doing obviously both championship games. So yeah, it'll be fun.
The Pro
See you
Bowl.
guys later. Take care.
All right, see ya.
And who am I to break tradition, man? There's one way to send us out. Oh, Echo
Yes.
Beach Blues wasn't even here to see it.
Y'all take it easy. I'm out.